Greetings all, I'm Carolyn Corda, Chief Marketing Officer and Chief Commercial Officer at Adara. Let me start with a thanks to HSMAI for the opportunity to share our view on recent consumer activity. For those who aren't familiar with Adara, you might wonder where our insights come from. We have over 300 consumer brands that share their data with us, including names you recognize, such as Marriott, Choice, and Kayak. In short, we have a lot of data. We typically see over 14 billion searches a year and almost a billion air and hotel bookings. We're able to get quite detailed on transaction behavior, as most of our 1 billion digital identities have on average more than 20 data elements per identity. Here are the trends. This chart captures hotel booking transactions made from Jan 1 to March 11 of this year for travel taking place from March through August. We're comparing these volumes to bookings made during the exact same period in 2019 for travel over the same dates. We chose 2019 to better gauge how we're tracking towards recovery. You'll see that business booking levels are in pink, leisure is in green. Overall, hotel booking is still underperforming. It's between 75% down and 60% compared to 2019. What's interesting is how business travel bookings are tracking to leisure more closely. That's a big shift from the past year when business was significantly lagging leisure. This dynamic is most apparent in the middle pair of columns for travel late spring, early summer. Business is down 60%, while leisure is down 68%. Even with aggregate bookings still well below the norm, the vigor we see in business bookings is a positive sign. Even more encouraging is the acceleration of the booking pace over the past 6 weeks. Look how steep the slopes of the lines are for both hotel and flight bookings in the shaded area of the chart. This chart captures daily booking volume indexed to 1 on November 1st of 2020, about 4.5 months ago. By February 1, average daily booking hotel bookings had increased over 500%, and by March 11, they had increased 1,400%. Here's a simple example to clarify. If average daily bookings on November 1 of last year was 1, then by February 1, it was over 5. And by March 11, the daily pace was 14 bookings, almost a 3x increase. For marketers, this is a sign to open the throttle or risk losing out to your competitors. The momentum that's been building over the past few weeks shows that people are eager to travel. Over the past months, we've shown how the mix of booking windows has shifted. Early on in the pandemic, we saw an increase in the proportion of last-minute bookings as consumers lacked the confidence to make longer-term plans. More recently, the booking window mix has become better balanced. This chart breaks the advanced booking horizons into 5 buckets, from 0 to 15 days in pink to over 91 days in gray. We wanted to show both the change in the mix and proportions as well as the volumes, so we pegged each window separately to Q1 2020. You can see that the shorter booking windows, 0 to 15 days in pink and 16 to 30 days in green, were dominant in Q3 of 2020. By Q4, it was 50-50 for trips taking place in 30 days or less versus trips 31 days or more out. For Q1 2021 to date, we're seeing even more tilting toward the longer booking horizons, with bookings more than 31 days out in purple, in aqua, and in gray, together accounting for more than half the total volume. That mix likely reflects booking confidence, pent-up demand, and seasonal summer demand. Your marketing approach needs to reflect this increased demand for longer as well as summer-focused horizons. Further, with consumers booking out longer time periods, take advantage of the opportunity to upsell between booking and arrival. In terms of where people are planning to travel, the big takeaway isn't what's on the list now, it's what's dropped off the list. Over the past year, both Las Vegas and Miami have consistently topped the list based on booking volume, even as demand for outdoorsy locations ticked up. While these locations do tend to draw more last-minute bookers, nonetheless, the fact they're not on the list at all is notable. What is on the list? Honolulu, a consistent favorite. Denver, which is considered to be a gateway to outdoors activity, got the number 2 spot, and Salt Lake City made the list. Nashville, which is often on our top 20 also popped into the top 10. This is quite a mix, with places like New York, Los Angeles, and Orlando. It echoes the pre-COVID favorites, with a sprinkling of destinations that tend to be less congested. For marketers, consumer preferences for destinations are still very much in flux. This is an opportunity to court travelers that are open to new destinations. The trends I've shared may raise questions about how you can better target and convert these travelers. We're posting much of this data on the Adara website. You see the link here. Also, you're welcome to reach out via info@adara.com. Know that Adara is here to help you and that we're committed to your success as we all navigate to the new normal. Thank you for your time.